Hello scrapbooking friends, and thank you for joining me for another process video. So today I'm working on a layout using photos of me with Elvis the donkey, who resides at the Isle of Wight Donkey Sanctuary, and these absolutely lovely photos were taken for me by my subscriber Heather, who actually visited the sanctuary one day when I was there. And it was very, very hot, wasn't it, Heather? It was, I think it was like the hottest day of the year, or it was the hottest day of me being at the Donkey Sanctuary of the year. And it was absolutely boiling hot that day. And Elvis was a little bit hot and bothered up in the field shelter. So the farm staff were bringing him down into the main barn area for it to cool off a little bit with one of the other donkeys. And yeah, so these were, so Heather was actually there when Elvis was brought down to the main barn, and I was there too. And yeah, spent a little bit of time with my Elvis, and Heather kindly took these lovely photos once Elvis cooled off. So we've got a 4x6 photo, two 4x4 square photos mounted onto white textured cardstock, blue textured cardstock here, and this pattern paper is Photoplay Oh, and I don't know what's the actual paper called. The paper just called, oh there it is, look, that's the name of the collection. Oh, what a beautiful day. I think I might have used that some of that before, haven't I? And it's got like lovely bees printed on the other side, but I really wanted to use this hexagon side. I don't know why. I think it's because of my headscarf that I'm wearing there. Not the same colour, but yellow. I've cut these two little 2x2 square pieces out of a pattern paper sheet from that from one of those paper pads from the range. The Best Things in Life Are Free and Hello Cutie. And I've mounted this one onto some foam because I'm going to overlap them. I've got some wood dots here. I've got a little blue foam heart and some hexagons there, some little wood hexagon pieces there. And then this pattern paper is Bazzill Basics, and it'll be Java because that's the paper pack that I've got. Taken out a few little alphas here. These are very old glitter alphas that I just got from like a cheap shop, so that, you know, they're not a brand or anything. So what I thought I would do is, quite often what I do, a simple layout. We're going to have a little bit of a filled corner on this layout today, and I think the journaling is probably just going to go along here, similar to what I've just told you. We were cooling off that day, and yeah, simple layout. So we'll place these down. I did want to put the main photo raised on foam, but when I looked at how I was putting the photos on the page, I didn't want to cover Elvis's face there, so yeah, I'm not going to put them on foam. I wanted, yeah, I didn't want to cover his face, bless him. So, do I want that straight? A bit lower maybe? Can't tell if that's straight without using my ruler because of the pattern on the paper. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's kind of straight. I think it's straight. So then I thought I'd use this photo on this side because Elvis is looking he's looking forward, but a little bit this way. I didn't want to cover his face in the main photo either, so we'll pop this one underneath here at a little angle, very slight angle. And then this one similar, but we'll put Elvis's face over the main photo because that's the most important bit. I think is that okay? I think it's okay. Yeah, I'm kind of layering the photos because I don't want to cover Elvis's face. I've already put some red line tape on here because I popped a staple into both of these, and I want them to sit well. I want them to be very well stuck. Just pulled the backing off of those, and I couldn't get the back. This one I had to peel the red line tape off because it just wouldn't come away without the backing. I want to pop that right up to the edge of the pattern paper. Could have put the staple all the way through the pattern papers on that one, but not on this one because it's raised. But yeah, it's fine as it is. That would have been 4 layers of paper for that staple to go through, which it would definitely have been able to do. So that's that, and then I've got my title that I'm going to pop down here, Elvis and Me, which is a little bit of a play on a book that was written about Elvis by Priscilla, and it was called Elvis and Me. And when you do lots and lots of layouts about Elvis the donkey, you kind of have to keep coming up with new titles. So that's yeah, where the idea came from that. And I had these lovely blue alphas to go with my uniform there, and of course a bit of glitter, which I've said many times, glitter's not just for Christmas. I'll use it, or festive layouts, I'll use it on any layouts, and I think that I quite like the look of that, so we'll get that down. Wet glue on these because they've got, well, yeah, no stick to them whatsoever. Well, they did stick a little bit to my craft mat actually, but I put them down like a day or two before when I was first planning the layout, so they'd been sat there for a day or two and they had stuck a little bit to the craft mat, but yeah, they do need glue to stick to a page, especially with my repairing my layouts at the moment, my older layouts. I'm hoping that that won't happen in future. I'm hoping that all the adhesive that I use now is you know, going to be okay, but I suppose things do dry out eventually, don't they? You can't stop that altogether. Put that one down. I think they look fine. This one. Ooh, I can end up. Oh, yeah. I was just going to say I could hear a noise outside and some cyclists went by, and then Buddy started barking, and he's under my desk here, and Chester's just outside my craft room in his bed, fast asleep, and yeah, Buddy just got a bit unsettled by the cyclists. So I actually finished popping those, I just finished popping those alphas down whilst he quietened down, and I've got just enough room here to do my writing that I want to do. Now I've got these hexagon pieces which I've actually marked on the paper where I placed them when I was sort of coming up with the idea for the layout, because I thought I liked where they were and I didn't want to change it, so I thought I'd pop those in those places. And then of course I've got this little heart. Have to have a heart on my layouts about the donkeys, especially Elvis. Not sure where that's going at the moment though. Pop these down. Well, I've got another little heart there as well. I inked up a wood heart as well as that, as having that foam one there. Share a little bit of this glue here. Hopefully Bud will settle down now. I think he's settled down. Yeah, he's lying down again, I can see him. If you follow me, you'll know my little Bud can be a little bit of a noisy boy. We wouldn't have him any other way. Bless him. Right, I think that is as I wanted it to be. Now then, I've only got 2 of these, haven't I? So I like to have 3 of things. Although, would that look nice like that, do you think? I think it does. I had to have practice on the other side of this heart with a different coloured ink. My distress ink, but I didn't like it. I liked this darker one better. So that's what I went with. I'm going to go with this, as I've got these 2 hearts in the darker colour now. I'm going to pop those both down, and then decide whether I want to put any of these dots on the page. This moment in time I can't see where I would put them, so I'm thinking I might not need them. Don't want to tear the paper by putting them down and then changing my mind. And could I put some there and some here? There's a little floral printed on that pattern paper, which is quite nice there. but it is on other parts of the layout. So that, I mean, it's in other areas as well, like here and over here. So it's not necessary. It doesn't matter that I cover it over. If I do decide to go with that. Quite often I like to do things in threes, but I'm not feeling the necessity to put another one here, a little cluster here. I think I'm just going to leave those as they are. I always like to add a little bit of wood to my layouts where I can, especially these little wood dots. That one's lost its sticky, so I'll just put a different one on there. Let's use that one another time. Okay, so I've got to add the date. I did pick out some of my little wood horseshoes here, but I haven't come up with a place for those to go yet. So what I might do is do the writing first and then do the date. If I can fit the date at the end here, I will. If not, I'll pop it somewhere else on the layout. So I'll just get the writing done. So that's the writing done. I just said cooling off with Elvis in Peanuts pad on a very hot day. Peanuts pad is one of the barns. So all the barns at the sanctuary are named after donkeys that have resided at the sanctuary but have since passed away. So the barns and the paddocks are all named after those donkeys, and it's a way of remembering the donkeys. So Peanut was a donkey that used to reside at the donkey sanctuary until he passed away, and all the donkeys are at the donkey sanctuary till they end their days. Once they're there, they don't go anywhere else. They're there for the rest of their lives. So sometimes we do lose donkeys, as you probably know if you follow me. But yeah, they've had a good life and they've lived out their days at the sanctuary. So yeah, this is Elvis and me. Pattern paper from Photoplay. Blue textured cardstock here. These little 2x2 pieces laid over with the staples. Some wood dots, wood hexagons, a wood heart, a foam heart, and then the glitter title and the journaling. So another simple layout. I'm not going to add anything else to this now. It's complete. So take a photo and pop that at the end for you. Once again, stay safe, take care. Thank you for joining me, and I shall see you next time.